Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another fabulous edition of the Symphony Minute. I've got Hector with me here. Welcome back.
Thank you, Sonora. Always a pleasure to be with you.
Yes, always a pleasure to talk to you. And this time we are talking about just an amazing show, just, I don't even know, a piece of art. The whole thing is a piece of art, really.
Well, it is because as we were talking before the program, we're going to feature one of the most spectacular pieces in the classical repertoire. It's not a symphony, it's a suite called The Planets.
Yes.
By British composer Gustav Holst. And what it is, well, the name says it. It's a description of our solar system, or at least when it was composed, the known solar system at that time. And so the composer, Gustav Holst, wrote this suite to sort of musically portray each planet.
Yeah.
The Earth is not included, but planets Mars, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Uranus, and Neptune are included, and he puts names to it. In other words, mythological names. For example, Mars he calls the bringer of war. Venus is the bringer of peace. Mercury is the winged messenger, and so on and so on. It's really very creative the way he has done it. But in addition to that, and I think what makes this piece very interesting is that Dr. Carrell from the Planetarium here in San Angelo, he's going to provide pictures taken from several observatories and perhaps satellites of those planets. So it's going to be like multimedia. While the music is being performed by the orchestra, then you will see images of those planets on that huge screen. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why I didn't know really what to call it. It's just all these pieces working together to really bring this spectacular show. You said it best.
Yes, it is. The music is spectacular because it's huge. It uses a very large orchestra, about 25 more members than we usually have. In fact, it's so large that we don't fit on stage.
Wow.
So we had to take out part of the orchestra shell, the acoustical shell, so that the winds and brass can fit.
Wow.
So instead of 4 horns, we have 6 horns. Instead of 2 trumpets, we have 4. In addition to the low brass, we have a tenor tuba and a bass tuba, which are very, very different.
Yeah, definitely.
And several wind instruments, not one set of timpani, but 2 sets, not 1 harp, but 2 harps. So it's big. It's big.
Huge.
It is huge.
What, 75 people?
About 75 people, so about 25 more than we usually have.
Yeah.
So it's big. It's a big piece.
That is, and so let's talk about these musicians for a second. These are all top tier professionals. This is what they do.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, they most of our brass, percussion, and winds are actually from San Angelo, but the strings and some extra instruments we bring them from Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, San Antonio, Houston, Midland, Abilene. So wherever we can get them from, because San Angelo doesn't have enough. Enough, so we have to bring them over.
Right. But I mean, the sheer amount of talent that's going to be in that room.
And ticket sales are going very, very well. In fact, I was told yesterday that we have already close to 1,000 people.
Wow.
Which we have not had because of the pandemic.
Right.
We have not had that many people in several years.
Oh my goodness.
So I think this is very attractive. Of course, people want to go out and all of that. So we're very excited about that too.
Exactly. Yeah. So let's go over all the details. So the time, date, location, all of that.
Yeah, it's this Saturday, November 5th, at the Murphy Performance Hall or City Hall. At 7 p.m. And we have the planets on the second half, but also on the first half, We have a brilliant pianist. He's originally from Spain, Daniel Del Pino. He is, I've known him for many years, and he's the new piano professor at Texas Tech University in Lubbock. And so he's coming to perform a beautiful piece of music by Norwegian composer Edvard Grieg, the piano concerto that he composed. It is an incredibly beautiful piece. So that's the first half. And then the second half is the planets. I forgot to also mention the fact that something unusual on in Neptune, we use a female choir.
Oh.
But not on stage.
Okay.
The choir is off stage, sort of like in the background. It almost sounds like a sci-fi or space-related movie.
Oh, wow.
And they're behind the stage. The choir has been prepared by Robert Stovall, and he has done a magnificent job. And it's kind of unusual, and you hear them and you don't know where the sound is coming from. And they're backstage, either backstage or in the balcony. We don't know exactly where we're going to put them.
Wow.
But
a surprise to everyone.
It is. It is going to be a surprise. So there it is, Saturday, November 5th. Music, piano concerto by Grieg, The Planets, 7 p.m., Murphy Hall. So should be wonderful for the entire family. It's a beautiful piece of music.
It sounds like it. It sounds like it. So let's talk about the ticket prices and tickets and how to get them.
Well, you can call the office, 325-658-5877. SanAngeloSymphony.org is our website. That's the best way to get information. Or you can just stop by City Hall. We have our offices there and our beautiful staff.
We always got to give the staff a shout out.
They're really, what they do is behind the scenes. It's amazing. I mean, I get out there and I conduct and I get all the applause. Yeah, right. But no, these people, the staff, everybody that works behind the scenes, it would not be possible without them. So we'd like to thank them for all their efforts. So prices, anything from $20 up. We have discounts for seniors and military personnel, active military. So all the information can be sought there at the phone number, the website, or just you can stop by and say hello there at the office.
Wonderful. Okay, so you were telling me that there's going to be kind of a little bit of everybody in the attendance. We got students, we got, just music lovers, we got everybody.
Yes, we for this concert, the orchestra has given tickets to several students, several of the schools. I visited Central High School and Glenn Middle School, among others. I'm just giving you the most recent ones that I visited. And many of those students are coming. We also have a program called Know the Score. And students, audience in general, is encouraged to come to the dress rehearsal Saturday morning. We start at 10 a.m. and it's free. If you cannot come to the concert, it's geared mostly for students.
Right.
And so the entrance is free, but you have to call ahead and register so that we have a control of the people who come in. But it is wonderful because if you cannot attend the concert for one reason or another, you can go to that rehearsal, see how we put it together, and then mingle with the orchestra, talk to the soloists, talk to me, the musicians. And so it's a wonderful program, again, mostly geared for students, but it's something that we absolutely love because it gives us a chance to expand our program.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, going back to what you were saying, kind of all the behind the scenes stuff, it's kind of a glimpse of that, all that work and that preparation that y'all do.
Yeah, I think that I would encourage people to attend a rehearsal once in a while because that's when you realize, when you have professional musicians, it is very, very difficult to put pieces like this together in such a short period of time.
Right.
You had to have very talented players, but how we put it together, how we ensemble, we stop and fix and balance and this and all of that. And then at the end of the rehearsal, everybody's sweating, me included. And then you said, oh, okay, but then we're ready.
Yeah.
It's a fascinating process. And I think it would be good for people to see it because that way you realize what it takes to put a program together.
Right. And I feel like it would give you more of an appreciation.
Exactly.
Because, we show up to the show and everything's perfect and beautiful and wonderful, but there's
It's the
some not
preparation.
beautiful stuff behind the scenes.
No, not when we start, but when we finish, it's good.
Yeah. Well, that is fantastic. Okay, so again, this show is this Saturday.
Saturday, November 5th, Murphy Performance Hall, 7 p.m. Music of Grieg, piano concerto, and The Planets by Gustav Holst with multimedia.
Fantastic. Well, do you want to give us a little glimpse of what else you're working on? What else is coming in the season?
Well, our Christmas program,
Yes.
it really is good. We have two local singers.
Oh, wow.
Even the Grinch will appear. So we have a few surprises. Of course, that's always a major attraction.
Yeah.
Then the concert that was postponed in October has moved to February, and we're preparing already West Side Story.
Yes.
So you're going to see the movie, the original movie, and then the orchestra's playing the music live.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's what's coming. Youth concerts, and of course, Larry Gatlin and the Gatlin brothers closes our season with a Pops concert in March.
That's a lot going on. That's a lot.
It's quite a lot of music, and good music too.
Yes. Yeah. And again, it just speaks to, the symphony is for everyone. You tell us this every time, but remind us again.
Well, it's just that great music has survived
Yes.
for hundreds of years, and it will keep surviving because it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. So if you haven't experienced it, you think that going to a symphony is boring. Well, let me tell you, it's everything or anything but boring.
Exactly.
And then when you have these little things, it kind of like, whoa, where have I been all my life? That's the reaction I get from some people that have never gone to a symphony, and they tell me, well, we just really didn't know how fun this could be.
Yeah.
And it's music for all ages. I told you, schools are coming.
Right.
And they love it, and the sound of a live symphony orchestra is unlike anything else.
Yes.
So I encourage people to just give it a try. Once you're hooked forever.
Yeah. You'll see him in every show. He'll see you. You'll be like,
Hopefully.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Hector, thanks again so much for coming on and telling us all about it. Do you have any final thoughts or messages that you want to share?
Just come as you are.
Yeah.
Remember, you don't need to wear a suit or a tie or anything. Just come on over, enjoy the music, and be ready to be overwhelmed by just magnificent music.
Wow. Yeah, that's what it's all about, is the music.
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome. Well, Hector, again, thank you so much. And thank you all for watching. That's all the time we have for right now, but we'll see you next time.